I've never ever seen this before, but according to Mustache, this BBWP signaling bars, this has not signaled bullishness like this for 10 years. The last time this signal was back in 2013. It was signaling bad things like tops, okay? But since 2013, this has not signaled again since about a month ago. And it's signaling buy. For 10 years, we haven't seen it signal that. So I'd say that's pretty bullish. And also, you know what? The way Bitcoin is moving right now, even though there's a lot of volatility, yes, the last few days, up and downs, a lot of volatility. But you know what? When you zoom out, you realize Bitcoin just does what it does. There'll be a lot of up and downs. There always is. But Bitcoin continues to form higher lows and higher highs and keeps on going because more and more people realize it's the best asset to hold. And more people continue to hold it. And the fundamentals of Bitcoin keeps on getting better. I am having a kickoff party in Vegas, December 14th. So if you guys want to come out and meet me and other influencers that are in the IFC, this is the spot to go. And not only that, Crowded Combat is going to be there. Their fighters are going to be there. I'm going to invite others in this space, other influencers, other projects. If you've been to one of my network parties before, it's going to be like that, but even bigger this time around. I have 3 different tickets. If you want to participate, you want to join, please do so. Use the code 25 off. You'll get $25 off. And for people that's been asking for a new NFT, if you go with the VIP program or ticket, you will get airdropped an exclusive I Am George NFT that will be included. Make sure you check it out if you are interested. This is in Vegas. Remember, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. And you get to check out all the fighters, all the other influencers, myself, and all the major projects will be there. It's going to be a good party, a good time. So check it out. The smaller wallets right now are leading the way. Wallets with less than 1 Bitcoin, right? So general retail investors, 1.5 million more Bitcoins bought within the last month. So retail investors are coming in, leading the way. Now the bigger whales, a little bit less, but retail is leading the way because it's a flight to quality, flight to safety. That's exactly what's happening. And plus, retail are not stupid. They could see the price go up. We're 89% in to the next halving event. And if you simply showed someone a chart, what happens after a halving event, they will become very, very bullish. We're right there. We're so close. This is the time to be loading up and stocking up sats. It's that simple. Now, something else that's different. Okay, there's a lot of things that's different now. Something else that's different. You have someone from the Parliament of Germany that is ready to make Bitcoin legal tender. That's awesome. This is from Germany. We're not talking about a smaller nation. We're talking about Germany that's thinking about making Bitcoin legal tender. At least one person, okay, from a parliament. But we're starting to hear this more and more. More and more people, leaders of the world, are starting to recognize Bitcoin as a true asset, and they're starting to realize that people really like it. Okay, they can no longer throw FUD at it. You notice that there's very little people out there now that are coming out and still saying that Bitcoin is a Ponzi, when in fact, the Federal Reserve and how the whole financial system is actually a Ponzi, and I just explained why. But no one is saying that about Bitcoin anymore. No one's saying it's a tulip bubble anymore. No one's saying it's rat poison squared anymore. There's actually a lot more people that are endorsing it and supporting it and now trying to make it legal tender. So think about that. It's just amazing. The time we're living in now is definitely different than even the few years ago, the last cycle. You just didn't really hear about these things. Something's different about this cycle in a very good way. Biden signed stopgap spending bill to avert government shutdown. This is the third one within, I don't know, a year or something. We keep running out of money for some reason, okay? And we keep having to sign these new bills to up either our debt ceiling or to just create more bonds because we need to borrow more money or we need to print more money. I don't know. It just keeps on going. It never seems to stop. I don't know how we keep running out of money to pay our government officials. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And then someone else pointed out that, since we borrow money by issuing bonds, we have to pay back not only the interest, which is astronomically high right now. It's going to be over $1 trillion a year in just interest payments alone. But we have 8.2 trillion of that debt that we need to pay back within the next year. That's a lot. That's a lot. So how do we pay back debt when we don't have any money to begin with? Makes you think, right? We're going to have to, as a country, issue new debt, okay? We're going to have to borrow more money. But if we can't get enough people to lend us $8.2 trillion just so we can repay back others, well, then, you know what? We have to spin up that money printer once again and print more money. That's how it works, right? So we're paying back people we owe with new people's money that we just borrowed from. You see how that works? That sounds an awful lot like a Ponzi scheme, right? Because that's how a Ponzi scheme is. You can't sustain the system. You have to take in new money to pay back the previous people. That's actually exactly what's happening right now. We don't have $8.2 trillion to pay back anyone. So we have to issue new bonds to be able to collect money to pay back people that we owe. So how is that not a Ponzi? That's exactly what a Ponzi is. But because this is done from a country's level, it's okay. It's okay. And people want you to just turn a blind eye to it. And this is the very type of thing that Fed Powell knows very well, but he can't talk about it. Someone asked him one time during an FOMC meeting, one of the reporters asked him about it. He's like, that's above my pay grade. He didn't say that, but he said something along those lines. Anyways, that's why we have Bitcoin. Because the inflation problem will never go away. We'll just have it forever, okay? We'll have it forever. It's going to rob everyone of their buying power, right? But that's why we hold Bitcoin. If we hold assets that outperform inflation, then we're doing okay.